Hello YouTube, it's your boy Ash here, with a different kind of video. I know I never make these kinds of videos anymore, just because generally I dislike them, you know what I mean? I don't like being all like, I don't like being on camera, first and foremost, I don't like being on camera. Second off, I just try not to make this YouTube channel, this whole YouTube thing personal. I don't like getting personal. It's just, why air out dirty laundry on YouTube? That being said, I know you guys have noticed quite a change in my content, really. For no other reason other than I'm going to school right now and I'm, working my job, my night job. So I'm just trying to juggle all that. So, thank you to all the new subscribers because there's a fuckload of you. So, first and foremost, let me address that real quick. The the Batmania series, what's happening with the Bat series in the WWE? Nothing's happening. It's gonna continue as on. It's probably gonna be more of a weekly thing. That was always the idea. I just, you know, I I had a lot of free time when I started this series, so I was uploading it daily. But now it's gonna be spaced out a little bit more of a weekly slash. It's gonna take a while. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not giving up on the series. It's gonna go all the way to Batmania 2. Then I'll give it a little break and then start Batmania season 3. But trust me, I'm not gonna give up on that series. If you really enjoy, the Batmania matches, then please in the comments below tell me any possible matchups you want to see. Like if you want to see the Scarecrow versus Power Girl, just let me know in the comments. Whatever video. If you ever have any suggestions, any idea, any heroes you want to see in that series, go ahead, leave a comment below. About the music, I have been putting that off. I have a lot of fucking lyrics written, a lot of songs. I've been busy with homework. I've been busy with work. That's not what this video is about. This video is about some news I received in the morning, really. I woke up to this news. This is what woke me up. My phone rang. Well, it buzzed, really. My phone buzzed because I got a notification. It was really bad news. I mean, admittedly, I saw it coming for a while now. For a year, I want to say. I saw it coming for a year, and I knew it. Like, I was trying to fight it, to be honest with you. Like, that's why I have a variety of content on my channel. That's why I'm talking about all these different things. Because I'm not giving up on the Batmania series. I'm not giving up on the music. The music's coming. I gotta fucking fix my sleeping schedule in reality. Like, honestly, shout out to Stocked, shout out to Lala. You guys have been holding it down and you guys have been patient as hell. If you're still here, thank you so much. I see your guys' comments. Trust me, it's coming. It's coming. I just have so much on my plate right now. Batmania, it's gonna continue. I'm doing the next episode of SmackDown, and then after that, we're gonna have the Saturday night's main event. I'm watching WWE. They're building up one hell of a Saturday night's main event, so I have something to compete with, something to look forward to. That being said, though, I know a lot of you don't watch my Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, and that's okay. That's exactly what I'm gonna talk about, though. I got the news today that the game's dead. The game's dead. The game's dying. It sucks. It really hurts. Okay, because this is news I've been trying to fight for like a year now. And I didn't want, I was trying to fight it, man. I don't know. It's such a dead community. If you play the game, admittedly, you're gonna come across the same couple faces every once in a while. Like, I do see the new player every so often, but I'll admit I have a lot of people blocked in that community. So, you know, that's the whole point. The player queue has been dying. It's been dying for a good amount of time, and I'm not gonna say it's the player base's fault, because I've been saying that for a while. Whenever I get on the game, I'll admit I'm fairly toxic. I can be fairly toxic. That's the era I grew up in. It's not an excuse. It doesn't justify being toxic on a video game. but that's just the plain, you know, that's a plain truth. If you want the truth, if you want some reason for it, I just grew up, you know, I grew up on the PlayStation Network. You know what I mean? Back when you could say whatever the fuck you wanted to anybody, you would go on COD and you'd be called every racial slur. So I would like to apologize for my behavior. I have been toxic, and I am a very toxic individual when it comes to video games. I'd like to apologize to anybody I've offended in this community. And I know that doesn't justify the actions, but I know I'm not the right messenger. I'm not the right person to be saying this. God forbid. You know what I mean? I have so many sins to pay for. I guess I have a lot of people in this community that hate me. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's every gaming community. Like, it's. What I'm trying to say is, now more than ever that the game is dead, we have to stick together as a community. I know, wrong person to be saying this. I know. But yeah, like, the developers have given up. And that's just the cold hard truth. The developers have announced that they are no plans to update the game anymore. There are no plans for future release content. There's no plans at all. They've abandoned the game. Just like they abandoned Friday the 13th, they've abandoned this one as well. And again, like I said, like when the Friday the 13th server shut down, I knew it was a matter of time. I knew there was only so long that this game would have to survive, but I didn't think it would be so soon. I didn't think it would happen so fast. Every day, and I'm being dead serious about this, every single day since Friday the 13th has shut down, I've logged in to Texas Chainsaw Massacre and I've played it. I've made it my personal mission from the moment I've woken up to the moment I go to sleep to at least play this game a little bit, if not 2 hours a day. I grew up watching horror movies, man. I was like fucking 2 years old watching Chucky, Friday the 13th, fucking Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street, all that shit. All that shit. I grew up loving horror. You know what I mean? Like, but my favorite movie of all time, my favorite horror movie will always be the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 1970 version. That, it holds a special place in my heart because it just it really was like lightning in a bottle. You know what I mean? Many people attributed it as the start of the slasher genre, and I just genuinely think the cinematography, the story, everything comes together very well into this beautiful blend, this beautiful mix, to this beautiful, what now has become a franchise. Some might even say a universe that we can all partake in and really enjoy. And now it feels like we're losing a bit of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, after like the Matthew McConaughey movie, I kind of like stopped watching because those movies, they got really ridiculous. You know what I mean? I tend to think that horror movies should be one and done. They shouldn't be franchises. But all that being said, it just sucks. It just sucks, man. It sucks that the developers really did not give a fuck about this game at all. Because they never did. They never tried to like really patch it for betterment. They never really cared about game balance. They never really cared about shoot times. They never really gave a fuck about cheaters. They never really cared. They never really cared about the fan base. And this was being held together by shoestrings and pin needles, admittedly. Admittedly, it was being held together by hopes and dreams and the community itself. This game was heavily driven by its community. And now I want to say it's left in the hands of the community. Now, that doesn't completely mean that the game is going to be shut down. But it's only a matter of time. Because they said no future updates, no DLC, no nothing. Which means they're not going to be making money off this game. Which means running the servers is going to be hemorrhaging money at this point. So it's only going to be like a matter of a year or two, or God knows how many months, till eventually the servers get shut down. I'm going to continue playing the game, you know. I'm going to continue making content. Admittedly, it's my worst fucking viewed content. Nobody watches my Texas Chainsaw Massacre videos. But I know you've noticed, they never stop coming out. Why? Because it's the love of the game. Like, I don't play this game for views. I don't play it because it's popular. I don't play it because it's cool. I play the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game because I genuinely love this game. And I genuinely love the community. You know, they're a bunch of assholes. They're a bunch of douchebags. And I'm one of them. I'm one of the assholes. I'm one of the douchebags. I'm one of the pieces of shit who talks trash and teabags. So you know what? I can't claim that I'm better than anybody in this community. Okay? So, yeah, I'd like to apologize to all the people I've offended. And I'd like to say that it's just really important that we stick together on this one now. Because we're basically on the final days of this game. It sucks. Being a fan of the asymmetrical horror genre really fucking sucks, man. We just always lose games. You know what I mean? There's no options anymore. All we have is Dead by Daylight, and that game is garbage. I fucking hate that game. I played that game for 6 long years, and I do not plan on going back. You know what I mean? I'm not going back to that game. I hate that fucking game. I hate that fucking game with a passion. I hate that entitled piece of shit community. Ever since I hopped onto this community, it just feels so much better. You know what I mean? It just... The Reddit sucks because it's ran by the fucking devs who just... If you're not on their side, you're a problem. You know, fuck the devs. Genuinely fuck the devs. And I don't care if the Reddit sees this. Fuck the Reddit too, man. Fuck everyone on the Reddit, bro. This community, like this, the real community. Not the ones you see on the Reddit, which are the devs. Not the devs. Fuck the devs. The real community, you and me, the people putting our work in on YouTube, on Twitch, who kept this game alive, motherfucker. The people who are playing this game to 0 viewers. To the people in the solo queue, to the people who were in their teams, bro. To those teams that would wake up every single day and fucking log into this dumbass game and play it all day, just together, to kill time, have fun, man. I see you, man. We're together in all this. We're together in all this, so even though it seems like the ride's finally over, you know, some of us might just give up on asymmetrical horror games altogether. Me, honestly, there's just no more options anymore. It's Dead by Daylight or nothing, and I'd rather take nothing. Some of us might go back to Dead by Daylight, you know. Others, who knows. But in these final couple of days, we gotta stick together as a family. As a slaughter family, you know. It's just us now, guys. So I'll see you out there, you know what I mean? If you see me out there, don't be afraid to say hi. What's up? You know what I mean? We're a community after all. We gotta stick together. And enjoy this. Remember the good times we had with this game. Hell, even remember the bad times. But let's just make the most of these final couple months that we have left. Thanks for the ride, guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the good times. Thank you for the bad times. And thank you for being there when nobody else was. This is hopefully not my last Texas Chainsaw Massacre video, but any video could be. Thanks for watching.